Hi and welcome back to my playthrough of Talisman Harry Potter. I think so far I should be good in respect to errors. There were some little things I was able to catch during editing, but I believe we should be okay moving on. We have Harry here down in Azkaban. He just lost his turn, which means Bellatrix had 2 turns in a row. She was the only one who was able to update one of her stats, her might. Unfortunately, might doesn't really help you when it comes down to the showdown against he who must not be named in the Great Hall, because the only thing that he is concerned about is how your magical abilities are. So we are looking to increase our magic, which is kind of a, let's say, downer for Harry, as his starting magic is only a 3. But we will be able to deal with that sooner or later too. Let's move on. Harry is first, and he could move to the London streets or could go to the Ministry of Magic. Let's try to keep him as far away from Voldemort as possible. On the other hand, successfully fighting Voldemort could give you something. You would roll a die after you have successfully defeated him outside the Great Hall, that is. And you could go with a might, with a magic, or with a spell. Not quite sure why spell is more powerful than might or magic, because these things are here to last. Spells are one-off kind of things, but okay, it is what it is. And if we are, let's say, encountering him out, or basically at London at the Outer Ring, it's only quote-unquote a 7. So in theory, doable. So maybe I have talked myself into this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's move into the Ministry of Magic. We are drawing an encounter card there, and that's a magic object, the crystal ball. Whenever you draw encounter cards, you may discard 1 card of your choice that you do not wish to encounter. However, you then have to draw another card that you must encounter. Yeah, that's not bad. That's really not bad. Let's definitely hold on to this. But then it's already Bellatrix, a 4. Yeah, we want to go to Ollivander. 1, 2, 3, 4 to St. Mungo's. Yeah, we can heal there. Or we could go to Hogsmeade. I think we never been there before. And I believe that's the equivalent of the town of Talisman. So we can either heal, we can sell stuff there, or we can simply roll a die at the Hogshead Inn, which could be pretty devastating actually, but I think I will do that just for the laughs. So we are hoping for a high result. That's a 1. We are definitely re-rolling this, because otherwise we would be transformed into a ferret. And yeah, I think a ferret is transfigure into a ferret. Awesome. And obviously the ferret is the equivalent of the toad in the original Talisman, the 4th edition. We don't have any minis here for ferrets. That's a little bit disappointing actually. So we will have to leave all your objects on the space. You will have 1 magic, 1 might, and can move 1 space. You retain your character's life and fate tokens. You cannot use magic, but you cannot perform or gain more. I can keep my spells. I don't have any spells. And then yeah, basically all items are lost while being a ferret. But because we are only a ferret for 2 turns, I think we can move 1 space and move right back. That's, I think, also different in Talisman. You are at 3, which then automatically denies you the fact to get your equipment right back actually. But okay, it is what it is. We are a ferret, which means all these cool little items. And followers as 2, so wow, this is definitely a target for Harry now, going to Hogsmeade. And again, it's really a pity that we don't have any minis for the ferret actually. Okay, then over to Harry. We want to roll a 2. No, we didn't. We can go to the London Underground again, which I guess is the way to go, as it gives us 1 more fate token. It's always nice. And we are encountering our next card there, and that's Pious Thickness, an enemy. I believe the first one that Harry encounters normally. When revealed, flip the advantage to the Death Eater's side. That's a baddie. And that's actually, no, he's a neutral character actually. Yes, with a magic of 2, Harry has a 3 + 1 from his wand. And I think I also forgot the special ability here. For each follower you have, you may add 1 to your attack roll in battle, as long as the value does not exceed 6. Right now it does not exceed 6. We are at 5 with Molly together. So that's nice, and I guess I must also not forget her special ability because it flipped to the Death Eater size. But yeah, while you're a ferret, you cannot gain any more spells. That's truly a pity. Okay, let's fight Pius. And again, it's 5 versus 2, so there is a good chance, actually. And yes, that's definitely good enough, even though he rolled higher than we did. Our advantage definitely helps us. That's 2 points worth of trophy. Nice. And then yeah, it's back to Bellatrix Strange. Again, we are moving only 1 space here because she is a ferret. Slow one. Okay, magic object. We have to leave it there because the ferret cannot carry any object items whatsoever. You may add 1 to your movement each turn. This does not work inside of Hogwarts Castle, trademark. Or you may discard this card to move into the middle region. Nice. Okay, that's certainly a nice one. Unfortunately, it doesn't really help her right now. Back to Harry. Let's roll. Oh, that's a 1. He could go to Ollivander. The problem is he is maxed out in respect to his spells. So this doesn't help him. He could go to the Polyjuice potion. He had to roll that. I think let's do that actually, and we are still rolling the dice here at Godric's Hollow, and yeah, but we will keep this or add this to our calculation there. So it's doubles, which means we are moving to King's Cross instead, and I believe we are also immediately encountering that space there, and we have found a Death Eater, which could be a follower for Bellatrix. Unfortunately, it's an enemy to us, also with a magic of 2. And of the special ability for a Death Eater, each time you roll a 6, you may flip the advantage token to the Death Eater side. That can be nice, definitely. Yeah, because especially for her, oh wow, that's me. Of course, he wants to get rid of this Death Eater here, and we already know the drill. But this time they have a +1 here, which means they're at a 3, we're at a 5. We already did the math from our previous fight. And yeah, that's definitely still good enough. Nicely done, Harry. So we are already at 4 magic. So we are 1 trophy away from leveling up. And then yeah, it's simply back to Bellatrix, who could move back. And now I think I miscounted that. Of course, she could move back now, but she's still a ferret, so she could not pick up her items. So I think in this case, it doesn't really help her. It even hinders her. So let's have her move to the Ministry of Magic there. Let's draw her card again, an item. A sneaker scope, you cannot use spells, no spells will affect you. Can be nice if you are not a really powerful character in respect to spells, but she cannot carry this item here anyway. So we have to leave it where it is. Back to Harry, that's a 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He could gain another life. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here he could get a spell at the Hall of Prophecy. Really, this spell cap is frustrating. Especially if you have a spell that is okay, actually, but doesn't really help you right now. So I think let's simply go to Cho Chang again. We are removing one of those. We will increase his life up to 8. Again, totally insane. I already have removed the ferret from Bellatrix, so she has to roll. I'm basically hoping for a 2 now, as she really wants to have her stuff back. She's definitely using one of those to re-roll that. That's again a 4. She's always rolling the same number. 1, 2, 3, 4. Shrieking Shag, 2 encounter cards, or could go to Azkaban, but I think not. Yeah, let's go to the Shrieking Shack there. Bonus points if you can let me know in which of the books or movies this played a major role. So we are drawing 1 card and another card. So we have a place and we have an observer. So yes, places do exist here too. We have to start with a 4 here. Okay, which is Fawkes. When revealed, flip the advantage. Okay, let's do that. Fawkes will remain here for 2 rounds. Choose a Death Eater character in this region to roll a die. On a 5 or 6, they lose a life. Yeah, I think we will choose herself. No, okay. That's good enough for only 2 rounds. That's a bit weird, actually. I have to remember that. So I will put 2 of those tokens. And then we are dealing here with a blaze. The magic is Might Statue will remain here for the rest of the game. Roll 1 die to see the result of viewing it. I can... Oh, okay. I think, again, there's no real choice. I have to roll the die now. So she could get transfigured back to a ferret right away. That's a 3, which would say lose 1 life. Ah, come on. Let's re-roll that. We can do much better here. That's a 2. Lose 1 fate. We don't have any fate, so that's okay. But this shrine stays here too. Yeah. That was her miserable turn. Back to Harry. She's not really doing great. Again a 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Malfoy Manor. He could draw an encounter card there, or he could go to London streets. Yeah, let's go there. So moving up here, drawing an encounter card. Another object. I think he can still carry one. Sugared butterfly wings. Once per game, when you lose a battle, you may spend 1 fate to make a standoff instead. Yeah, I don't know. It's okay. Maybe against the... Yeah, that's pretty great, actually. When you encounter Voldemort and you lose, you will basically be sent back to the start of the middle region. In this case, you can force him to a standoff. Then you simply have to fight him again during your next turn. So I think these are definitely quite powerful. Quite thematic stuff. So a 6, not a 2. She cannot do stuff. She could go to Grimmald's place, which would cost her her life. So I think in this case, she simply has to move to St. Mungo's. She doesn't have any money or whatsoever. So we will simply move her here. In theory, she's now right next to Harry. But this is one of the situations where I wouldn't allow Harry to attack her because there's nothing to gain. Simply causing a life loss doesn't really help her. So I guess let's simply roll from that's a 1. Yeah, of course. He could go there. He cannot heal there, but maybe rolling at Privet Drive is again pretty crappy. So I guess in this case, he will also spend a fate. This doesn't really help him. You want to really progress the game. We could go to Gringotts. Oh no, we will go to the London Undergrounds. 1, 2, 3. So we get the thing quite right back. Let's draw the card there. A follower, Neville Longbottom. How nice is that? You may hold 1 less spell card. I don't have to take him with me. If you are defeated in battle, actually I will leave him there. On the other hand, could be the perfect target, but then I'm losing my spell and I only have no, sorry Neville. You have to stay here at the London Undergrounds. Sorry, my friend. So this is definitely a target for Bellatrix, who also needs a 3, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, did I roll a 3 or a 4? Oh, wait a second. He was... No, I rerolled. Of course, I rerolled. No, I think that's okay. A 1. A 1, okay, which means Voldemort would move. But, does this help her, actually? That's an armor. And we would, I think that's okay. I think that's actually okay. So we will move her here. Then we are rolling for Voldemort. I may have forgotten him actually once or twice. It's also a 1. So this would be now the perfect time to send him to Harry. Let's do that. Let's actually do that. So we are sending him to Harry. So Harry has to fight Voldemort for the first time. When you fight him outside the Great Hall, you can choose. In the Great Hall, you have to go for magic. At least that's what the rules say. I don't know why there is a might value on the Great Hall. And quite honestly, I do think that the card might be right here. Because otherwise, characters who are only specializing in might, for example, are significantly disadvantaged. So I'm not sure if you really can only fight him with magic in the Great Hall. Quite honestly, that's me what I'm thinking. We are still far from it. Maybe there will be some more threats on the geek until I get there or so, but this is not really clear actually. In this case, I believe it doesn't really matter too much. No, I get 1 more magic, so I guess in this case it's a 5 versus a 7 against him. But we have the +1, I believe. No, he's a neutral character. I think this advantage doesn't really help us in this case, at least I think. And let's roll. That's a 5. So he would win, which is not the end of the world. So I think I'm not going to re-roll that. And I cannot win it anyway. Even with a 6, he would win. So I think, yeah, let's simply lose life, going down to 7. Not a big deal. And then we are taking her turn. So in theory, she could go for those Bertie Bott's every flavor beans. But as this is the burrow, we have to basically draw an additional card. And yeah, okay, in this case, these are both 5, so we are discarding this. This gives her a galleon, might come in handy, and then she will definitely also hold on to this, which is, again, pretty much an armor, but also not really making progress here. Over to Harry, a 2 privet drive, or, ooh, also not great, actually. I think we should have removed this by now. I think forks should be gone, actually. In the meantime, I forgot that. Let's go there. 2, we have to draw an additional card there, and that's an object, which is 5. Okay, this beats the 6. So we can take the chocolate frogs, yeah, basically another armor. Yeah, I think we just leave it here, and then we roll for the magic is might here. And we are hoping for actually a 4. Oh, that's a 2. 2 is lose 1 fate. We are spending the fate. That's a 4. Perfect. Gain. Oh no, gain 1 spell. 6. 6 would be the cool one here. Yeah, we cannot gain the spell. Oh, that's so bad. It's so bad. So disappointing. But okay, it is what it is. Over to her. That's a 2. She could gain a life. She only has 3, so maybe she wants to go there. 1, 2. She's saying hello to Cho Chang in her own charming way, I guess. So she's moving up to 4 life. I think this is definitely helpful for her. And then moving back to Harry. Another 2. He could go back to... Oh, okay. Over here are the cool items of Bellatrix. The only thing he's really interested in is Fang. I think we will simply go there. We are not encountering the space. We will encounter those things. I think that's how it works, actually. And yeah, is there something we want instead of something? We will definitely take Fang with us. So that's perfect. It's another might we are adding. And then I think we will get the flu powder instead of the lantern. So we will leave all this crap here and have now some nice items and followers here. That's another +1 anyway, but it caps at a 6 actually, this bonus. So as soon as we would move over 6, it doesn't really help us anymore. So losing Fang was definitely a problem for Bellatrix. Okay, that's another 1. So we have to roll for Voldemort. Diagon Alley. Roll 1 die. I think we have to go there. Or we go to Diagon Alley with a 1. I think we are not doing anything there. So I think I will move down to Diagon Alley now. And then we will move Voldemort a 2, 1, 2, moving him here. And then it's back to Harry. And the problem is there are a lot of cards now out there. We are not really making any progress. With the 5, we could go back to Neville Longbottom. But again, that doesn't really help me. No. We will move down here to the Forest of Dean. We will draw a card. Oh, Narcissa Malfoy. Magic of 3. Oh, wow. So we have to fight him. And this time the advantage does kick in. So I think we are at a 6 now, right? We are doing a magic battle. 3. We are at 4 because of our special ability. Oh, no, that's a 6 now, actually. Yeah, we are at a 6. 6, 7. So this time I think the cap doesn't really help us actually, because yeah, the benefit or doesn't really help us. But I think that should be okay. So that's 9 plus 6. Yeah, that's definitely 11. So we have defeated Narcissa Malfoy. So we can trade someone in. So we have 2 magic here. We will simply cash in those 2 guys. Now that's 5 points worth of trophies. So we have increased our magic to 4. Nicely done. Bellatrix is hoping for a 3 because at Malfoy Manor she could gain her fate tokens back. And that's a 4. You must be kidding me. So we could, yeah, I think we will move to King's Cross Station instead. Oh, for once, we are not going to forget. No, she can only do that for a fate token. Ah, it's so bad, of course. Yeah, she can only use this special ability when spending a fate. Oh, that's stupid. I forgot that at least once. Oh, that's so bad. I should have spent that fate in order to get her stuff back. I think back then she still had fate. Oh, that's terrible. Terrible. Not paying 2 bags of gold. Yeah, maybe this might come in handy actually. Let's hold on to this. But still, yeah, this was stupid. Back to Harry. That's a 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Malfoy Manor would give him something. Okay, the broomstick. That could be nice, but I think I want an encounter. 1, 2, 3, 4 to Malfoy Manor. And we can discard encounter card. And we can go there because we are Harry and have the special side. So we could go, oh, the port key. We can basically move to the Hogwarts grounds instead. Directly opposite. That's 3 encounter cards there. I think let's discard that. We want some more trophies actually. So we have Cornelius. Oh, a magic of 5. He's a neutral enemy actually. So we have to deal with him. But I think we are at a 6 anyway. Yeah, we have definitely the 6. So let's roll the dice here. Yep, that's definitely good enough. Perfect. Awesome. So we are cashing him in right away. That's a 5, right? Yeah, it's a 5. Very strange font, which means Harry is leveling up to a 5, which means he can now hold additional spell. That can definitely come in handy. Then it's back to Bellatrix, and she was really hoping for the 1 here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Diagon Alley. 1, 2, 3, 4, 12 Grimald's Blaze. Yeah, I think she has to go to Diagon Alley. And now she has money, so she has to purchase something there. And yeah, I guess she's going for a wand there, right? That's 2 galleons. So at least she has some additional magic if she needs to attack someone. Ah, that's not great. At least Harry is making some progress. 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The burrows, I think that's where we want to go. On the other hand, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hall of Prophecy could be the better location as we can carry an additional spell now. So let's do so. Let's do that first. Rictus Sempra, play at the end of your turn. No character, including yourself, may cast a spell or use any magic object until the start of your next turn. Okay, something you really have to remember actually, but yeah, that's okay. Then we have to draw our encounter card. That's an event. No, we definitely do not want to do that. All characters draw up to their maximum. And because we have the crystal ball, we can discard this actually. And we will. Otherwise, she would draw 2 spells too. Let's not do that. Aberforth Dumbledore. I think that's the brother, right? The Observer. He will remain here for the rest of the game. You may spend 1 galleon or 1 fate to gain 1 might, or spend 2 galleons or 2 fate to gain 1 magic. Ooh. Spend 2 galleons or 2 fate. Yeah, I think let's totally do that. So we are spending 2 fate here to upgrade our magic to 6. Okay, now we are getting somewhere, but keep in mind, in order to defeat Voldemort, we need 12 in total. Of course, this does include any bonuses from wands or whatever characters and whatnot. Oh, that was a nice encounter. And that's the frustrating part about Talisman. When you're not rolling well, especially on the movement, you're pretty much toast. Yeah, the 6. Azkaban, Privet Drive. I think, yeah, let's move her to Azkaban. There she has to roll the die. And the 6. Gain 1 magic. Fly to safety. Wow, that was so needed. At least it feels she's somewhat back in the game. Nicely done. And I believe in the meantime, I may have understood his special ability, which is extremely powerful, actually. It's not adding to your total strength or whatever. You're simply adding this to your roll. I really should pay attention to what it's written there. So let's say we are rolling, let's say a 2. And with 2 followers, we would increase that number to a 4. We cannot go beyond a 6 on the die roll, but all the other effects are still in place. Oh, wow, that's extremely powerful, actually. So with 1 more follower and the wand, we are already in striking distance of Voldemort with that. Okay, that's really nice. Let's not forget that. Cool, 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 cool. I think we are not end game yet, but we are already mid game, which is something I really like about these, let's say, newer variants of Talisman. They play incredibly fast and you still don't feel like missing out also. I think from a pacing perspective, that's a job very well done actually. But okay, let's have him roll. That's a 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. King's Cross. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Do we want to move to the middle region already? We only need to roll, I think, a 9. And this is really highly misleading too. In the normal Talisman, you simply, I think there is the Sentinel, as far as I know. That's the, you typically play with the German version of the game, of the standard Talisman that is, which you have to roll something and have to meet the score. Here it's a 9, and in the rules it says you're also rolling a die for King's Cross Center, but I think that's simply wrong. It's really simply wrong. It doesn't really make sense because it says you must have a magic value greater than 9. So we have to roll at least, basically a 4 with our wand. So I think that's doable. So let's move him here. We want to move to the middle region. We are rolling his, oops, where is his die? Right here. Yeah, that's definitely good enough. We don't have to spend anything. So we are leaving him here. So from here, he can then really move in next. In theory, if he would have made it past it, then he would encounter the new space. In this case, we are basically in between, on the next turn. Exactly. So we are simply moving ahead then. But we are definitely here. But we can always move back. That's not a problem. Let's see. Does she want to go there? Or maybe we want to... I still would like a 3. Again, only a 4. You must be kidding me. 1, 2, 3, 4 London Street. Yeah, let's simply send her there. I really want the fate back, actually. A troll, a follower. Okay, we can take him with us because he's on one side. Add 1 to your might and your object carrying limit is increased by 2. I mean, that's amazing. Yeah, awesome, awesome. I definitely take him with me. Perfect. Then back to Harry, who's moving into the Hogwarts grounds. A 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, we can heal there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The castle lawn doesn't really matter too much. I think let's move him here to the greenhouses. And yeah, we could heal up to your life. So we are fully healed and way beyond that. And now we are drawing our first middle encounter card. That's a Centaur, an enemy. And yeah, these guys definitely come with different numbers. A magic of 7. You must be kidding me. A herd of Centaur states, Mars is bright tonight. They will continue stargazing here until they are defeated. They are neutral enemies, so the advantage doesn't really help me. Not really sure if we would have flipped this already, but we have a 7-2 actually, and we have to follow. So I think we are in a kind of good shape here. So let's roll off. And I like this balancing here really, so that you're not encountering, I don't know, strength 8 enemies for your very first enemy, for example. So I really like the progress here. I think that's really a job nicely done. Yeah, that's certainly good enough. That's 7 trophy points. The problem is we have 2 trophy points in our hand. We could cash him in for another upgrade, but then we are not getting any returns, and with 1 more we could gain 2. So I think I want to hold off, not level up just yet, I guess. Yeah, let's not do that. And then let's roll for Bella. She keeps on rolling these 4s. 1, 2, 3, 4 Gringotts. Let's move her back to Azkaban. I mean, if she continues to roll 6s there, I'm totally happy for her. That's only a 2. Lose your next turn. Yeah, okay, it is what it is, but also feeling quite thematic actually. Okay, let's continue with Harry. A 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 castle lawns. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Forbidden Forest. I think we will lose a life. We have gotten rid of our lantern actually, so we could. It's like a desert in standard Talisman. So yeah, I think let's move over to the castle lawn. And boy, what would I give for a lawn like this? Okay. That's another middle ring encounter. It's Grob! It's another follower. How cool is that? You may carry up to 2 extra objects. That's really nice. And again, it increases our die roll. Wow, that's amazing. That's really a target for Bellatrix to defeat those followers, actually, so that Harry doesn't have those. But right now, he's pretty much unbeatable for her. Okay, we will stand her up. Then it's back to Harry. 1, 2, 3, 4. The Whomping Willow. Suffer 1 penalty. Either discard 1 fate, 1 galleon, or lose 1 life. 1, 2, 3, 4. He would lose 1 life anyway. So I think let's simply move to the Whomping Willow. Why not? Let's simply discard a life. We have 7. Now down to 6. That's still okay. The next card. Horace Slughorn, an observer. Professor Slughorn will remain here for the rest of the game. Find out if you're one of Slughorn's favorites. On a roll of 4, 5, 6, you gain 1 fate token. Yeah, why not? Yep, we gain a fate token. I take that. I think he's a nice guy. Cool stuff. And quite honestly, I think we want to have Harry move to the Quidditch pitch in order to get a task there. And when you basically solve the task, yeah, you gain the Deathly Hollow. Okay, cool. 6. Okay, I think I will have a move here. We will encounter the space, which means we are getting all this stuff. And I think we can carry all of it because we have the troll with us. Yes, so we can increase that. So we can carry 6 items. I have no clue what she carries. Yeah, we cannot duplicate. I think 1 wand we have to leave on the space, actually. You cannot carry the same item twice, but that's okay. And then it's back to Harry, and I think this will be the final round for today. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, we cannot make it to the Quidditch pitch, actually. That's a 1. I'm tempted to move here, actually, just to see stuff. Yeah, let's do that. We are rolling for Voldemort. That's a 2. Oh! That's interesting, because it would mean Voldemort will move here. And I think we can... That's the question. Do we want him to attack? She's in a good shape, actually. She has a 6 standard, +1, 7. So that's a... I think we can take the chances here. We will send him here. We will have them fight. Again, the white dice, or my dice, is always for the... okay, in this case, it's her. And that's, wow, she defeated Voldemort. How great is that? So we have to roll again. So let's see if you can see that. That's a 4, and a 4 means she gets a might. Nice. I totally take that. The problem with might, and that's really a problem I have with this game now, is why would you level up in might? Because at some point in time might doesn't really help you, other than maybe, no, you don't even use it to fight other characters, because again, they are not there. And this is where I really do think the rules are wrong. I'm pretty sure you can also try to beat Voldemort in the Great Hall with might. Otherwise, there is no point in leveling up your might at some point, because you're only leveling up might to level up to get more might, for example. So doesn't really come in handy in any way. Yes, maybe it helps you with some of the encounters here in the inner region, basically in Hogwarts School, for example. But also here, that's magic. Lose 1 life. I don't know. I really don't think that this is the case. I'm still relatively certain you are allowed to defeat Voldemort with might 2. Again, the rules really clearly say they must either defeat Lord Voldemort or prove their worthiness to sit at his right hand in a magic battle. Okay, so basically the Death Eaters do not try to defeat him; they simply try to impress him, basically. And again, it's a magic battle. And then they also say Lord Voldemort has a magic of 12. The thing is, the rules also say that you are basically doing a roll-off at King's Cross, which is also not true. You're simply rolling your die and try to make it beyond the 9. So I really do think that this is wrong, and I believe this is how I will play it. In this case, it doesn't really matter too much because both of our heroes are now at relatively high magic levels, but I really think you should allow these characters to overcome them with a might. I'm relatively certain about that. Additionally, characters like Peter Pettigrew, Wormtail here, would be highly penalized here. I mean, he has a might of 5 and a magic of only 2, so he's not allowed to use spells, and he's also getting penalized to say, hey, you can only fight a Voldemort with magic. No, that's definitely wrong. I'm pretty sure that this is completely wrong. But it was actually Harry's turn. He has to deal with 3 encounter cards there. Wow, Kingsley Shacklebolt. You may add 1 to each of your movement rolls. Ooh, that's nice, but okay, we have to see what comes first. Oh, Luna Lovegood. Oh, she's my favorite character by far. Whenever you battle a character, you okay. Yeah. Late in the game, not so powerful. Oh, the Sword of Gryffindor. Oh boy. Yeah, I think we will definitely get the Sword of Gryffindor because we can keep it. We have Grob with us. Then, I guess instead of Molly Weasley, again, our limit is we will go with Kingsley Shacklebolt instead of Molly. Nothing against Molly Weasley, don't get me wrong, but I think Kingsley is more useful. But this is now a clear target for Bellatrix. The thing is, if she is going there, she has to fight them both together in their combined magic rating of a 6, but also not really a big deal for her. Okay, she now really has a clear target here. That's certainly problematic for Harry. Okay then, let's finish the round with Bellatrix. That's a 2. Could go in here. Or let's go to the Shrieking Shag instead. We still have to draw a card there. And that's a place. Place a total of 4 fate here. Might be a good thing. You may venture into the seaside cavern once per visit. Ah, nice. And increase your fate by taking 1 fate from the inside. Oh, cool, 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 cool. So we grab 1 fate from this place. And then we can also take the chocolate frogs with us. I think we can carry those actually. Yeah, let's do that. Let's totally do that. That's I think the most powerful armor which could protect us. Nice. Okay, that was a pretty cool turn for her actually. We will leave her here obviously. And I think with that, I will call it for today. I really do hope you are still enjoying my little playthrough here. Things are really ramping up now, which I absolutely like and enjoy. And overall, I must say I'm enjoying this game despite the rules ambiguities in this game. I really do hope we get some formal clarifications by the op or the designer or someone else, but I'm relatively certain that we need some more rules clarifications here, and also in respect to fighting Lord Voldemort here in the Great Hall. And by the way, oh, we can actually place it here. Why don't I leave the card like there actually? Stupid me again. I'm pretty sure it's printed here. You can also fight him in mine. It doesn't really make sense to have him only use magic, because again, a lot of characters are definitely highly in a disadvantage there. And I don't like that. Again, huge shout out to all of my patrons and channel members out there. Again, highly appreciate all your support. You guys are amazing. If you want to support me, you can, or you will find a link to my Patreon supporting me there. You can join me here on YouTube by joining my community. Like and subscribe, leave a comment, everything helps. And yeah, hope to see you soon in one of my other videos. And until then, bye bye.